How do we feel about Slay the Spire YouTube videos that start halfway through the run? So let me just catch up any viewers. I want to make a video on this. I think it's just so fun. You guys skipped all the setup. Basically, typical Ironclad run. Took a couple of elites, got war paint. They were both defends. It's about how that goes. Turnip is cool, but then Dead Branch got picked up from the chest, I believe. And yeah, it's been a situation of ease from there. Marbles and Philosopher's Stone from the boss, because we had Guardian, took care of him no problem. Red Mask was a little tricky. Letter Opener is a nice pickup. But I've essentially been focusing on exhaust cards. Demon Form was picked up when I kind of wanted to just strength scale with all of the cards that I got. Not really sure if that's a good pickup, but I grabbed Exhume with nothing to exhaust with it because I figured we'd have that chance. Got Corruption from the boss. Yes! Because with Corruption, double Seeing Red, and Disarm, I have just been having a blast. And even though I didn't really record an intro to this run, I figured I have to get this video up. I have to share this experience. I want to immortalize it on my YouTube channel. Definitely want Corruption to be upgraded. That needs to be cheaper. It has messed me up a couple of times, and I bottom drew it. So I'm looking for card draw, if anything. That would be awesome. And this is where it's weird. Like, Exhume is better to wait with Seeing Red, get the deck online, but exhausting it now might just give me something useful. Regardless, I'm going to save it this time around. Rampage might be nice, but randomized cost is... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You made Corruption free? Who told her? Why do I always say her, honestly? I don't actually know the lore behind Snecko, but it just feels like a her to me, so we're sticking with it. That is a trick with this deck, though. Don't have a lot of block right now. It's kind of a crapshoot, but, you know, that is a Dead Branch run. And ironically, the the last run I posted on my Slay the Spire channel was Dead Branch as well. My first... Ooh, I actually think Flex kills that turn. And I'm shameless. I will retry. I stand by the fact that I am a learning gamer. I am just... I'm going to try and not cheat. I'm going to redo everything. I just feel if I would have stopped and did the math, I would have been smart enough to actually play that one better. So we're going to try and do everything the same. Forgot about Corruption, but that one doesn't matter. Evolve in play. Bash. Rampage. I still stand by everything I did before. It's only on this turn, if I had really thought about what I was doing, Flex would have made sense. So we're gonna Seeing Red, we're gonna Warcry, we're gonna put Headbutt. It's too expensive up there. Block what we can. Now I got Impervious. I promise I wasn't trying to cheat. I just didn't realize that the seed was actually random. So okay, I guess if I'm ever playing in a more relaxed state of mind, I could consider that I could retry with Dead Branch. But Dead Branch is almost a free win. Ooh, Severful Exhaust. I mean, Sever Soul is kind of like an expensive... I don't know the name. Pantograph is awesome. I'm taking a ton of damage. I don't really have enough money for this shop, but I'll do a Burning Elite. Maybe I deserve to die after safe scumming, as the kids say. That is perfect. Exhaust, and then I can Exhume that card, and then get it back again. Demon Form, I'm going to get a skill because you're being scary. Is 10 damage or Shockwave better? I feel like he's already weak, so I'll take the 10 block. And that doesn't actually get exhausted when I use it, but that's fine. Hemikinesis doesn't really benefit me, but it is damage. I'll take 2 damage. I'll take 2 damage. Taking 3, not a great deal, but maybe... I think we have Evolve in this deck? Oh, no. That's the thing about Dead Branch. There's so many times where I'm wondering, like, what do I even have in here? Offering is... Ooh, maybe something I should play before. Is there anything I want to see again? Ghostly Armor, actually. We could Headbutt Ghostly Armor, draw that for sure. Offering. This will save 6, I'm pretty sure. It usually does. Sentinel's awesome. That exhausts for energy. I'm just going to play all the block cards. I don't need another Corruption, so we can get rid of it with Sever Soul. There goes Battle Trance, but Barricade is fun. We can actually armaments that Barricade, so I can actually play it for cheaper. And then Intimidate, just get some free weak. Maybe Warcry, get Carnage in next time. Then we can block with the Defend. We have Barricade after all. True Grit, not the Body Slam. Unlucky. Armaments again. Why not? Makes sense. Get another Offering. I really don't want to. That's a lot of damage taken. Maybe I'll upgrade it, and then if we see it again, or... Yeah, I'll upgrade it so if we see it again, I can play it if things get dire. I just don't think it's going to come to that, so we can Seeing Red that. I love that every Seeing Red is basically upgraded in my deck. If Corruption's in play, the cost is already there. And then we can just take advantage of a massive amount of block that we get to keep from last turn, and that's why I didn't want to do Corruption. I feel like such a scared weenie avoiding it, but I thought we'd be okay. Thought we'd be okay. All right. A little bit of gold. Fossilized Helix is huge, and I really just want something that blocks. Body Slam, not upgraded. Not a fan. I am going to 2 more fights or 1 more fight in the elite. I have Pantograph. Corruption makes my skills free. Warcry cycles faster. I am standing by Warcry. I'm hoping Entropic Brew saves me if things get icky. Ink Bottle. Okay. Yeah, random card draw is awesome. I would love the Campfire, but I want to take an elite. I have a Dead Branch run. I'm invincible. Famous last words. Okay. Let's Warcry. Sift through the deck a little bit. Maybe save Exhume for next turn. Burning Pact. I don't want to draw it, so I have nothing in my discard. I could just Headbutt, I guess, right? Yeah, no, I don't see any reason to... Yeah, all right. Kind of a dead turn, but that's why I'm looking for card draw. Actively in the market for this. Oh, beautiful. Oh, don't give me Corruption so early. That's what I'm not exhuming. That's why I'm not upgrading Exhume. Like, it's basically free. All right, well, we could just disarm something for free. We could Warcry for free. Get a strike, I guess. Seeing Red for extra energy. That'll come into play. Barricade is awesome, but I would like some more energy before I do that. So we can just Exhume Seeing Red, which exhausts into Bludgeon, which gives me energy into more cards. Then I can exhaust for free. I don't want that. Perfected Strike, filling up my deck. Sever Soul will go crazy. We're definitely going to want Barricade for a thing like this. Bludgeon is tempting, but we have Perfect Lethal on you. We can clean up our hand. Limit Break is just free and extra strength. Bloodletting hurts me, and I'm really not in the market for getting hurt, so we can just do that. Barricade's in place. We're going to save just a little bit of block. It just gets so crazy so fast. I don't even have Barricade in my deck. I love it. Searing Blow gets upgraded a bunch. Maybe I can just exhaust a card and draw a card that'll upgrade that. Nothing's in my discard, so what I could do is do that to you, get lethal on you, bring it back on next turn, and then Ink Bottle triggers to bring it back on this turn, so we can just get lethal. We can just get lethal. I would, you know, just love if the game is offering a Reaper. That'd be awesome. Burning Pact works wonderfully for this deck. Please and thank you. An exhaust deck with, okay, Corruption turn 1. You can't just give that to me. You can't just make it that easy. All right. Warcry's in play. Then we can, I'm going to put a Defend on top, actually. And Metallicize is nice. I'll keep that in mind. But I want to get rid of strikes in my deck for sure. Offering is fun, but scary. Can we Exhume? I would prefer to Exhume... Oh, I don't know, actually. I suppose I'd prefer to Exhume a Seeing Red, but kind of want to exhaust whatever I can. Entrench is a little early. Sentinels just gives me energy and draw. Oh, dude, I am fishing for a Barricade at this point. I am fishing for a Barricade. Can I just see what I can do? I feel like Exhuming Sentinel is basically Seeing Red at this point. There's another one. And Cleave would clean up the crowd, but I feel like we're already doing that. There we go. I'm actually looking for a Barricade. That's all I want. Exhaust all non-attack cards? Sure. Even offering. Even offering. That's how reckless I'm getting. There's Juggernaut, which is almost, but not quite the same. Just playing that for the, Oh, no. Well, no Barricade for me, but we'll double... Oh, maybe? Maybe? There's Rupture. I'm just going to do this for the damage. I don't think we're going to have too many cards in our discard. Corruption, it's like it's cleaning things up as it goes. There's Pummel with no strength boosting, so... Alright. Sever Soul is nice to see. Just, there's Juggernaut once again, so do that, do that. There's Corruption again. Maybe just Leroy Jenkins. No, there's Wild Strike. Oh my god. The Metallicize plus Juggernaut is just free damage. Was that the Burning Elite? No, that was normal. No, that was normal Elite, but still crazy. I like Sword Boomerang. I do have Demon Form, but we kind of just get Sword Boomerang. It's not a rare card. And deck cycling's a joke. Pantograph brings me to full. Burning Pact gives me more card draw. That is what I need, because so long as I'm drawing Corruption turn 1, things are going great. But, of course, in this situation, not exactly. So, Metallicize I like, and damage dead turn. All right. Full health, though. I'm loving that. Loving that. All right. Let's do Warcry, fish for Corruption. Enemies not attacking, which is actually kind of nice of them. I'm still going to disarm them for future reference and then cycle the deck a little bit more. I'm going to Exhume Warcry, again, just to keep cycling things around. Seeing Red is nice. Burning Pact is better. Get rid of one of our strikes. Offering, it might come to that, but I'm trying to avoid it. Burning Pact again. I'm going to get rid of Searing Blow. Not really looking for that right now. There's Corruption, and the game basically begins. The game basically begins. I can Exhume my Seeing Red. Use that for energy and more cards. Shockwave is just beautiful. Then our hand is completely full. Hand is just completely full. Is there any useful ability that I can play at this point? Sever Soul is kind of like a reset on the hand situation. Dual wield what? I don't even know what I'm doing right now. Dual wield something cheap, maybe? Pommel Strike, Headbutt, bring a bunch of cards back. Dark Embrace, a little late for that, but I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. We're going to be vulnerable next turn. That's not ideal. We're going to be getting attacked. So we need to actually sort of think about what we're doing here. Double tap. Immolate, of course. Clean up the field. We have no... Well, actually, this is a big attack, so we can block pretty comfortably. I liked Immolate, though. I'm going to bash for next turn and then bring back Immolate. We're just going to use our buffer for all that damage. Why not? Don't have much of a choice in the matter anyway. Keep them vulnerable and weak, and then I plan on turning those burns into fun stuff, so cycle the deck back around. Juggernaut would be great, but Second Wind is a card I would really like to have in the deck, actually. Feel No Pain is awesome. Get some block from all this exhaustion. Woo, 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 woo. So much fun stuff. All right, turn 5. Might as well flex since we've got it. Clash is just a complete curse. Dark Embrace, please. Spot Weakness is kind of useless right now. Yeah, Sever Soul. Just clean up some of those cards. Oh, I love Exhume. Exhume in this deck is so perfect, because then you can just draw a Seeing Red and essentially restart your turn. Get more energy, why not? It's free. And another Sever Soul. Oh, clean up that burn, and block is pretty effective by now. I love the ragdoll physics. I love the ragdoll physics. I don't see a lot of Slay the Spire YouTubers. There's Reaper. But with Pantograph and Blood Vial, I really don't know. Feed is something I want. It exhausts. It is hard to get that on the final attack because my hands are going to be cluttered. I really think like Feed is optimistic. Reaper's probably the smart one. I don't need healing. Tiny House for what? It gives me a random upgrade. If that hits Seeing Red or Exhume, it's a dead upgrade. Even my Defends, like 3 extra block on a turn where it's Insanity. It might just be Sacred Bark. It might just be Sacred Bark. I've got 3 potions right now. Making them more useful is something I'm alright with. And given that I am relying entirely on a exhaustion deck with Dead Branch, it's extremely likely I'm going to need to work myself out of a bind. And in that case, I would just love to have some potions be useful. So Demon Gamer in my chat did redeem the ability to pick the item at my next shop. So if he's around, I would like to know what he's thinking. Reaper this early just feels like a waste. I don't want to use it. So we're just not gonna. And that's the dead hand I'm afraid of. I need like a couple of offerings would be awesome. It ruined my buffer, but it would be nice to have. Corruption's in play though, so it seems like we can have some fun here. Shrug it off into... Wow, double Burning Pact. Okay, I'm going to Exhume, Shrug it off, honestly, just for block. I'm a little nervous about that. Seeing Red is beautiful. Hand is getting full. Burning Pact into Bash. Yeah. I am not going to be bashing any individual one of these enemies. Yeah, this is why I didn't want to rely on Feed. I just did not think that would come up. Okay, hello, Free Bludgeon. Happy to use it. Sever Soul could kind of restart my hand, and I like that. Bludgeon again. It's expensive this time, but I'll take it. Alright, we can put Uppercut back on top for no real reason. And then we just draw it anyway. And Reckless Charge, draw that Dazed, and Anger. Alright, good team. Good work, team. That's solid turn 2. I'll take it. Metallicize is nice for some extra block, but it's so little. And with Dead Branch, you are sometimes ending on turn 2 or 3, so... Really wanna... Man, again, another dead turn where I'm just blocking nothing, just losing my buffer immediately. Bag of Prep would be awesome. Anything that just gets my deck bigger. Draw 4 with the ink bottle there. Love that. Can we cycle quicker? Maybe find... Okay, there's a lot to think about here. Corruption's down there. I could Headbutt Burning Pact back into hand and draw it with Dropkick. Yeah, so we're gonna do that. There's Burning Pact. There's energy to use Burning Pact. Then I can get rid of Flame Barrier. It's too expensive. There's Seeing Red, and Corruption continues to be at the very bottom of my deck, which is just unfortunate. Maybe I feel like I'm going to generate a Corruption before I actually draw mine. It's at the very bottom. It's terrible. All right, we'll make him weak. Let the Ghostly Armor go away. Can I just exhume? Well, Warcry would put it in my hand, but at this point I'm feeling pretty comfortable. So we're just going to keep the Uppercut. Gonna keep the Vulnerable and Weak on there with Uppercut, and then, yeah. It's so funny. I'm so busy fishing for Uppercut that I just kind of won the game in the process. just kind of killed the enemy trying to whittle through my deck. This is awesome. Nice consistent block and wounds that I can exhaust. I am down with that. Glowing Tesseract. I will happily take 10 damage to review my options. An exhaustible instant kill all like that. I have a lot of Discovery's even better though. That's on brand. Okay, Secret Techniques can get my deck moving. Discovery is just so fun, and I actually like that. An 8 damage. That might be a waste versus Time Eater, but I'm going a little crazy. Going a little crazy with this deck. Is Demon Gamer even here to pick an item from my shop? I'm gonna give him like a minute. All right, I don't think he's gonna be helping me out here. So, Toxic Egg is tempting. I really want Offering, but it's late. I mean, it is late to be seeing that. And I do not believe that when items are generated, the egg actually makes them better. That might work for like Discovery maybe, but I don't know. Strange Spoon shuts down everything I'm trying to do here. Energy Potion could be useful. Distilled Chaos is the top 6 cards. That's almost a consideration. I don't see another shop. I see Elite, and then I could take a shop that would lock me to another shop. I just don't have enough gold for that. Otherwise, it's going to be Elite fights here on out. So, Toxic Egg could help improve my deck. Evolve would help deal with those wounds, but I'm sure we'll find something that'll help me deal with my wounds. True Grit, I see that. Would have been nice. Potions are good too, but I think we'll be fine either way. So this is what I'm talking about. We can Warcry a little bit just to see what our options are. Then I can save Power Through for when he might be attacking me. Skill put into my deck could be Burning Pact or Discovery. I like Discovery. That could have been free if I'd have waited. Burning Pact anyway. Okay, sure. Then I can exhaust that Iron Wave. Oh, there's an Offering. Who needed Offering? Looks like I've got it. Just want to cycle my deck at this point. Maybe look for maybe look for Corruption. I'm hunting for it, but I don't know. It's not happening. Can I even draw Warcry? No, I can't. What would I want next turn? Power Through still? I'm not going to Offering turn 1 when I don't feel like that's going to be necessary. Then we'll just do a big... There we go. A big... I don't even know what that is. Headbutt. And then put that card in hand for next turn. Demon Form. Dude, I really believed it would be useful. I really believe that, but I do not see it. All right, there is Corruption. So this is always my favorite. It's like, all right, well, the run can effectively begin now. Yeah, Demon Form, Defend. Second Wind just kind of exhausts everything quicker, which is awesome. Power Through is nice and strong, though. And then that'll charge up a really, really big Body Slam. We can keep that going. Get the Flex going, Intimidate him. I saw that Barricade way too late. I can Warcry, maybe put the Barricade on top for later. I'm just going to draw it right away with, with Dark Embrace. I'm already healing off the 4 damage, so... at this point, I could just Battle Trance so I don't draw anymore, and then, like, Headbutt something. There's so many decisions to make. I'll Headbutt, Battle Trance for guaranteed big hand, and then just a 99 damage block. All right. Barricade would have been great, but I want to take Ink Bottle. Move that up to 4. Ink Bottle is really hard to control in this deck, but, yeah. Yeah, see, I'm not afraid of wounds, because I can just do that. There's Corruption again, just in case you missed the first one. Fiendfire is tempting. I want to at least full block with that, and then just burn the entire hand. Yeah, I don't need any of that. Burning Pact would be great, but I mean, like, yeah, I mean, just look at that. Got a Flex in play, Spot Weakness, love that. And then I can Exhume. I still like Seeing Red, actually. I still like Seeing Red. Just gives me a bunch of energy to keep the turn going, but I want to make sure I'm not going to be working with a dead hand here, and I might, but at the same time, even if I use the one that draws more, I'm not keeping up with this. It's still not going to be that great. All right, I have options here, and I'm thinking I want to draw cards, and I don't think any of these are cards I want to draw. So yeah, we'll just second win, a couple of cards in here. Spot weakness. There we go. Seeing red. Clash is not really doing it for me right now. Okay, we have some options. We can do that. We can do that. We can get the rampage back if we exhaust something. I don't see a way to do it other than that. And then we can just rampage again. All right, good turn. Mummified hand! Yes! That is one of the relics you want with a deck like this. All of my powers are going to turn something into free. I love it. Limit Break is so tempting. It is so tempting. But the fact that it doesn't exhaust means it's just going to keep rotating through my deck. And I have enough clutter as it is. And my strength tends to scale out of hand anyway. So we're going to take an upgrade. This might have been silly because I'm realizing I don't really know what I want to upgrade. So we're just going to take the key. I almost never take a key this early, but it feels good. So we're doing it. All right. Let's draw some card. Oh, yes. Yes, we got corruption right away. All right. So hoping for... not that. All right. Turn into something useful. Pummel. All right. That's not going to get us there. All right. Well, just going to make him vulnerable. Strike. Can't even afford pummel because I'm a little distracted by my dead hand. We could exhume power through and hope for something that gets a chain going. And I don't want to waste impervious if I don't have, if I don't have barricade. Well, that was a bit of a desperate hand, but that's okay. There's demon form. All right, I like that. There's another demon form. Love that. Don't want a true grit because we don't know what we're gonna draw. I like this, by the way. Carnage is here. I like the idea of War Cry. Yes, get the only card that costs something out of here. So demon form makes itself free. And I really don't want to go too crazy on a turn where I can't do any damage, but I'll take triple demon form. Yeah, that seems about right. Might as well. Yeah, I get Feel No Pain in, and then there's Carnage because I drew too many cards with Ink Bottle, but I'm not really sure it's gonna be a problem. I'll probably just exhaust that, and then Clash, perfect combo. Is there anything in here that I'd even want to draw? Seeing red might just kickstart my turn. I'm not really trying to do that. I think triple demon form would be a nice start to this journey here. All right, Reaper's fine. Don't really need it though. Pummel's just wonderful. Yeah, don't see my strength going up too much this turn. Seeing red for some extra energy. Sentinel for some extra energy. I think 9 should be good starting amount. You know, a lot more comfortable there. Then we could Sever Soul, just do some exhaustion. Perfected Strikes, not exactly what I was looking for, but I'm not sure it matters. White Beast statue with Sacred Bark. Oh, the holy combo. Damage and health are not things I'm struggling with. I'm just going to keep the potion. Battle Trance locks my hand, which honestly is kind of a benefit. It cycles my deck faster. You know, I don't know. Explosive Potion, Blood Potion. Is doing damage 20 to all better than healing? I don't care. We're going to move on. There's the pair. Don't really need health. And we're going to take that key. And I want to go up to one more elite fight at least, because this deck is awesome. Whew. Now it double strikes, it's not. What the heck? Demon form. Okay, actually, though, I'm gonna just hang on to that. Did I just put strike back in my... We're not gonna talk about it. All right, we're gonna have strike again. Oh, no, that was shrug it off. Okay, good. War Cry. We are hunting for... All right, we are hunting for corruption. If only there was a good way to get corruption. Secret technique, seeing red. Then we can get some extra energy. Then we can... I'm not going to offer for corruption. There's corruption. There's corruption. All right. The game begins. We can upgrade Burning Pack so we can draw more. Then we're going to get rid of Clothesline. Then we're going to get double Boomerang, because why not? Ooh, let's get some strength. Sure, get the strike out of here, I guess. Reaper, just to get it out of my deck, because I don't think I'm going to be taking any damage. Okay, we can Burning Pack. The Sword Boomerang is so nice, though. I like Sword Boomerang. Now I can afford some cards. There's Pummel. There's Sword Boomerang. There's another Shockwave. Dual Wield Bash, I guess. I'm not really paying attention to what's going on at this point. I like that turn. Is it a next turn moment? Is it next turn? All right. I have White Beast statue, but I have no real reason to play potions right now, so I'm just kind of leaving it. Don't want to do Battle Trance yet, and I'll tell you why. I just don't want to lock up my hand. I want some way to get energy. Perfect. Now I can play Juggernaut, so all this blocking actually helps me. That makes something free. Just Headbutt's doing nothing. Burning Pact just exhausts a card, doesn't really do anything. I have 2 Juggernauts apparently. Just exhaust a bunch of non-attacks, get another Shockwave in there. You can never have too many Shockwaves. You can never have too many Shockwaves. Oh no. I love Juggernaut doing 10 damage. Do I have Barricade and I don't even know where it came from. I have Barricade and my honest reaction to that was like, oh damn, nobody told me. So I think I just have lethal. Yeah, Dead Branch decks are fun and all, but yeah, I think Distilled Chaos is way more value than an Explosive Potion. Armaments actually could be good. Might as well upgrade some of the cards I'm generating. Ooh, okay. Healing is nice. Plenty of these cards definitely do not need upgrades. I certainly don't need a heal. Let's just go bully an Act 1 boss. Honestly, I don't need the upgrades. I'm actually exhausting half my deck anyway. Okay, hello, turn 1. Yes, please. We're gonna exhaust you. And then we're gonna use you, hoping for... okay. Well, not that. We are not going to be getting Corruption turn 1. Aw, boo. We'll be alright. I have faith in me. In fact, his big attack on turn 3 is 100% blocked already, so... Alright, we're gonna Seeing Red. Hello, Juggernaut. Now we're gonna Seeing Red. We're gonna Intimidate him. I'm just hoping to generate some card that gives block, but that is just not the way things are going today. So, Seeing Red, love it. Ink Bottom, looking at you. I see you. We're actually gonna want to get rid of that with that so we can get some energy. Then double Thunderclap. Yeah, Reaper, why not? Why not? Oh, I split him. Not even paying attention. Alright, we're going to do a couple of things here. We're going to Shrug it off once, and then Battle Trance. That way we guarantee grab Corruption, because we had 5 cards in the deck. And if I Battle Trance and didn't get Corruption, it would have been the end of my turn. So, just a minor optimization. There's Armaments, upgrading stuff. And Seeing Red, and... okay. We have Tori again. Alright. Not again, but Tori is nice, because, you know... blocking damage was a hard thing. Okay, I know I said I don't have anything to upgrade, but like something surely would be nice. I mean, Power Through, doing more, Bash, more vulnerable. I'm trying to think of any upgrade here that matters at all. I don't know. Discovery, generating free card. Make Exhume free. Why not? I mean, why not? We'll go for the Reptomancer here. Has Blood Vial given me anything? It's healed 10. That is where that is nice to have. Then we have no non-attacks. All right, can we just do that to do something, and then do that and do that? Is that really just a dead turn? I could play 6 cards. I'm not opposed to that. We'll see what happens here. Let's see. Exhaustic Ascender's Bane, not bad. Battle Trance locks my hand. I'm not trying to do that. Let's play the top 6. Bash, defend, Seeing Red, Shrug it off, and Burning Pact goes over there. So then we can use Corruption for free. Then, okay, I want Demon Form to get played. That's what's in my mind. Upgrade everything. We can... actually, that'll make Bludgeon free. So we can use this, use Bludgeon, after we make it weak, though. So we're going to want to Exhume Seeing Red. Get some energy for whatever else I might generate. Then we're going to Exhume Seeing Red, just to get some extra energy for whatever I might generate. Then we're going to Cleave for literally no reason. Just kind of playing cards right now. Do we want multiple copies of Bludgeon, guys? I think we do want multiple copies of Bludgeon. Are we going to be able to use it? That's the real question. You're damn right we are. Yeah, catch this, Reptomancer. All right, good fight. Turn 2. Nice, easy, clean victory. Burning Blood is healed 89. I don't know what a normal relic number is for that, but yeah, Pendiv is awesome. I'm not going to take Smoke Bomb out of principle. A second Corruption gets it online sooner. And with Mummified Hand and the overall insanity of my deck, I actually think that's a pickup. If I get the other Corruption, it just makes something free. It's really not a big deal. But Seeing 2 will just be more consistent starts to my game. And I actually think that makes sense. So we're going to go for that. Barricade, hello, yes. Exhaust a couple of cards, take Ink Bottle up 1. A little bit of a dead hand, but yeah. All right, we're going to do Shrug It Off here, just a deck cycle. Burning Pact to deck cycle. Really looking for Corruption. Perfect. Now the fun can begin again. So Ink Bottle comes on in. I very specifically did not play Battle Trance because I want to be able to draw cards. We're going to Exhume Seeing Red just to restart things because Dark Embrace allowing me to draw cards means this will draw 2 and generate 1. Seeing Red comes on in. Sever Soul is actually awesome. That gets rid of my useless corruption, and I like that, so we're going to do that. This will get rid of Battle Trance as well. I see that, but that's okay. It stops us from drawing more cards, and yeah, my hand's going to be full anyway. So we can discover block? Sure, why not? Metal Exhaustion is something interesting. Can we double tap anything useful? Probably. We can get some extra block up there. We can get some extra draw up there. And I think I just drew Impervious with that, which is kind of fine. I don't want Anger in my deck, but I'll never see it again if we're being honest. Oh, I have Barricade. Literally didn't even know. Was anybody going to tell me I had Barricade? Is anybody? Hey, I'm looking at you. Looking at you, Kyle. Was anybody going to let me know that that was there? Because this is news to me. Dude, this is ridiculous. I'm just hoping for energy. Yeah, sure, why not? What was free? The strike? Okay. Oh, there's Pednib. We got Pednib ready. That was the whole point. Wanted Pednib on 9. Obviously. Just for that moment right there. Heart of Iron? Awesome. 12 Metallicize would be great. True Grit? Yeah, I love exhausting cards. Yeah, I'm gonna upgrade that Corruption. Seriously. As soon as we can get the Corruption chain online faster, the better. Full health. Good heal on the Pantograph. Loving that. Alright. That is scary. Give me something useful. I mean, that's not useful, so we'll do it. I'm going to drink the Metallicize. We are on Ascension 20 after all, and I don't want to waste any card draw on useless stuff, so... 12 Metallicize! Like, that's legit. Time Meter only scales through card playing, I think. Don't quote me on that. So it's actually kind of fine to just... we're going to put Secret Technique, because I want to get rid of Strike. There's Corruption. I think that just got generated, but we're still going to play it. I have an idea. Armaments makes Corruption cheaper. Oh, it hit Armaments. That was honestly, in my mind, the only condition where I actually get full block this turn. Demon Form is free. Sentinel gives me energy. I see the turn about to end. I'm trying to think of the most efficient thing I could possibly do. Is there like an Exhume angle? Nope. I could draw cards. I could just strike. I don't have Barricade in play. So I want to at least have 2 actions I can perform next turn. Big Attack gets blocked by my buffer, which is fine. And I don't want to just do like Discovery and then play whatever card that is. But yeah, I do. Okay, actually having Exhume is nice. This won't do anything but damage. So... okay, I like damage. I thought about getting Corruption out of the way, but that's fine. That's fine. We'll use that buffer. We have it. A lot of people like to save buffer, but I feel like not dying on a turn where I could have died is exactly what buffer is for. There's Corruption again. Sword Boomerang is doing a lot of damage. We can headbutt Burning Pact and then shrug it off into Burning Pact. We can just get rid of Corruption. That's honestly... we have Corruption in play. Okay. Double Power is really tempting. Make my deck free. We still do not have Corruption. We still do not have Barricade. So... oh, Spot Weakness would have been nice, but yeah. I'm loving this damage from Juggernaut. I wish I could get a stat for how much damage that did, but that's alright. Alright. Get some block up. Reckless Charge sounds about right. Weaken the enemy. It's also Slime. Get some block. Yeah, I want to draw out the days I just generated. Rupture? I'm not really hurting myself. We already have an actual Demon Form in play. I think I might stop here. No, there's a lot Sever Soul could get rid of. A lot of fat to trim. I see Exhume in there, but a worthy sacrifice. Double Pummel? Oh, no. No, Pendant Pummel would have been lethal. Is there anything I could do? Maybe? I think I'll be fine. It's going to attack me. It's going to take the turn off. And then we'll just bring a card back for next time. I think that's fine. 100 block. Not too bad, not too bad. All right, 40. I was honestly gonna say strike's not gonna do it, but yes, it will. That's that, like, whatever it was, turn 1 or 2 demon form. All right, so we have a lot of powers we need to get in play, which will affect how this fight goes, but I think it's not gonna matter. Oh boy, this is just not how that's supposed to go. I've been saving Entropic Brew. Not really sure I need Explosive Potion either. And neither of these, he's already weak. Neither of these are actually gonna help me for this turn here. All non-attack cards? I really don't need Entrench. And I just expect the cultists to kind of die on their own. And I don't want to Hemokinesis, lose my buffers, so... Man. Dead turn. But that's still possible with my deck. You just gotta get one good corruption in, and the game begins. Alright. Let's do defend. And then we're gonna exhume a bigger hand with Warcry. Yes. And then we can put Ascender's Bane up here later. I actually like Ascender's Bane in this deck. Love it. And then Berserk is fine. Metallicize is kind of a waste. But... Oh, there's Barricade. So... we want to get Headbutt in play. And then we have a 50-50 chance that this hits Barricade. Beautiful. Alright, so now we have infinite block. And then we can make you weak to hopefully take less. And then finally use that potion. There we go. Taking 1 damage from Combust. No! We do have Barricade. Literally didn't even know that. Why does that keep happening? Why do I keep getting Barricade, using it, and then immediately forgetting? Alright. I thought making him super strong wouldn't matter, but it's currently mattering, and I'm not alright with that. Impervious will help that matter less. Willingly making myself vulnerable. Currently looking for a way that I can make him vulnerable without it being a problem, but I don't want to waste that pendant. Looks like we're gonna have to waste that pendant, though. Pommel Strike. Demon Form again. Love it. Oh, I could have duplicated it, but I'm just not thinking that crazy. Alright. Limit Break? Love that, actually. Just a little bit of... Ooh, Dark Embrace would have been... Okay, hello, another Limit Break. Sure, why not? We get a third one? Alright. Can't have everything, I guess. Pummel, Perfected Strike, Reckless Charge, make Headbutt free, and then put Reckless Charge back on top? Sure, why not? Alright, good work, everybody. He's up 22. That's a lot of health. I think we are dead. No! Ink Bottle, save me? So, I have 70... I have like 84, plus Metallicize 86, and he's doing 93. Am I really... Am I really dead? Alright. Alright, I'm doing calculator basic addition because I'm anxious and I don't want to die. 48 plus 34 plus 4. Alright, he's 7 over lethal. Alright, that's a loss, but I am not throwing this away. It's too fun to try again. How about I'm a little less reckless with my powers? Oh, Dead Branch gives you random stuff every time. Okay, that's right. Yeah, I don't know why I keep forgetting that. Well, it's going to be a very different run then. It's going to be a very different run, but regardless, I'm still going to try and hold off on powers. I think the logic was sound before, but I went a little too much with it. Dark Embrace is kind of essential. I'm actually happily keeping that one. I want to exhume something. Warcry, cycle the deck faster. Ironically, I'm going to see Warcry on the other side, which is not where I want to see it. And I mentioned Entropic Brew, and he's already weak, so I'll save these anyway. Warcry does not help me with my turn locked. I'm going to be using up our buffer turn 1. Corruption. That's, again, one of the very few powers that I want to play, because that is essentially required to keep things going here. And if I see another Corruption, it's kind of a waste. Barricade. Yeah. Okay. That's what I was gonna say, is if I see a barricade, I'm definitely playing it. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Twin Strike. Combust is energy. I was gonna do Combust and then hope Barricade or Corruption, but that is not how that worked. That was kind of a waste, because I sort of planned on doing that. And Pendant. They're seeing red, so we can start the chain. Do that, and do that. Yeah, I think that was worth it. Another Dark Embrace is not necessary. Okay, let's not be too reckless.
Ironclad balls.
That is what I was thinking too. Yeah, for sure. Barney Pack the Corruption. We don't need you anymore. Demon Form would be huge. Doing it. Need a card that gives me block. Not double Limit Break, actually. Feel No Pain is actually huge. That card gives me block. Okay, actually though, with Feel No Pain, I do think we can outscale his damage. Oh, I want to play Dark Embrace so bad. I saw that strength plus 20 before and I thought, you know, maybe I made some mistakes. Maybe I was a little reckless. Let's do Dark Embrace. It was a nice full block. Draw some cards. Honestly, not even sure why. Alright. Alright, we got this. We got this. Round 2. That is sort of a hack when it comes to Dead Branch. I am awkwardly aware of the fact that you can kind of just cheese by restarting until you get good RNG, but that was certainly not my intention. Get the block, get the strength. I just like having fun. I'm just a gamer. I just want to have fun with the game I play. It's always brutal to see, like, oh look, I lost the game, and then I just lose now? Like, that's just it? I'm just supposed to quit? I don't want to do that. I like a Impervious for the block, actually. Or Limit Break to get the strength online sooner. Yeah, let's do that. Entrench? Yes, please. Limit Break again? Let's go! Alright, I think with 60 strength and 200 block, we're in a bit of a better position than we were last time. I'm not gonna call it a win yet. Not gonna call it a win. We don't know these things for sure, but yeah, alright, I thought we had it. So we definitely lost this run, but anyway, this will be my first heart kill on Ironclad. Ascension 20, if this goes the way I'm hoping. I think. If I killed the heart on Ironclad and forgot, then I'm sorry to everybody for being a liar, and I hope someday in the future you can find it in your heart to forgive me. Seeing red being free would be nice. It's just kind of one of those things. Extra block. I mean, I've gotten chipped before, but Tori's kind of there. Secret, yeah, just make it free. I hate it when YouTubers get stuck on that. Like, they just overthink everything. Vajra would not be bad. We can exhaust. Ooh, Orrery would be insane, actually. Vajra would be nice just because if we do get Limit Break, we can start scaling right away, but we have Demon Form, and Demon Form gets generated. I like Orrery because there are some exhaust cards I would... Hello, Barricade. There are some exhaust cards I would very much like to have. Feel No Pain in my deck for real. That's a nice pickup. A better version of that would be good. I don't want to overload with, like, everything, but Bloodletting would just keep the deck back online, sort of. Disarm versus Heart sounds awesome. You can go either way with these. Sacrificing health is tricky. Yeah, Orrery is... Yeah, I was watching Kai. He makes a lot of Save the World videos recently, and I've been watching him recently, and he had an Orrery that just changed the entire game, and it shifted my perspective on... Ooh... That's where I want them. Ooh, that's exactly why I said I didn't grab it before. I forgot my own words seconds after using them. Like, I didn't want to break my buffer. Okay. Evolve didn't get hit by... So, buffer blocks 17, and then I get hit twice for 8. I really, really, really wanted to get Demon Form online, but... Actually, 2 damage because of Tori. That's nice. Juggernaut. Actually kind of a pickup, not gonna lie. Okay, please be Corruption. Actually, not even the worst thing ever. Because then I can just True Grit that. Then I can get something for free. There's a Defend. Yeah. Okay. I mean, certainly not the turn I was hoping for, but full block. 6-9. Loving it. Barricade is great. Then we can armaments the barricade for free. And then Secret Technique. War Cry. We'll do Seeing Red. Not the card I was hoping for, but... Leroy Jenkins. Shit. It's like actually a card I would want, but now I can't afford it. That's alright. Warcry, Corruption, here we go. The run begins. We can headbutt something useful, but I'm thinking... Fiendfire would be great here, actually. Exhaust my entire hand. Hello, Limit Break. Doing nothing. Can I double? I was so curious. You can double -1 to 2. Alright. That's not how I hoped that was going to interact with itself, but that's where we're at. This did not help me at all. Whoa. Wait. This didn't help at all. Flame barrier is like the only thing useful here. Oh my god. I am getting shredded here. Tori's doing a lot of work. There's Sever Soul again. Corruption again. Alright. Shockwave. Finally, we get a nice combo going. Where has this been? 12 times 6 is 60. That's about lethal. With Pen Nib, loving it. There's Berserk. There's Demon Form, a little late, but not too late. We can afford it here. Berserk is free and Metallicize I can afford. There we go. Free. That's doing nothing. There's Body Slam. I am not going to Offering right now. That's crazy. Get some extra block. I was going to use Body Slam, but alright. Kunai! That is really nice. Gambler's Brew is excellent. Does that play twice? Or does it do nothing with Sacred Bark? Maybe it plays twice. I actually don't know. Havoc would be great. Alright. Back to full health. Oh, Corruption Barricade turn 1! That's crazy! Protect the buffer. Oh, energy, energy, energy. Beautiful! So many powers in play right away! Yes! I kind of want a Gambler's Brew here. And then, by the way, little tip. Kunai's at 2. Whirlwind with no energy. Still moves it up, so now we have Dex. Dexterity. I'm gonna hit next turn. Orrery was such a nice pickup. Okay. Getting excited. Alright. We need Feel No Pain. That's what I'm thinking. Burning Pact would be awesome right now. Limit Break is not nothing. Sever Soul. We'll get rid of the Void. Double that strength. Shrug it off for some block. Defend for some block. True Grit. Oh, you know what? I should have flexed and then... you know what? It's a dead branch deck, alright? I'm not out here to use my brain, okay? I don't know if there's a reason not to do it on this turn. The strength down. Okay, so I'm not getting any block for... Well, I'm already vulnerable. Extra energy would be great. Let's just get energy that doesn't make me vulnerable. Right here. And then we have a lot of energy. It just occurred to me. We're gonna flex. Reaper is useless. Immolate for some damage. He's almost damage capped. Let's just clean up the hand. Alright, trying to think of... Oh my god, he could have been vulnerable this whole time. Could have been vulnerable this whole time. I'm throwing... Oh, actually, that's full block. Exactly. I wanted to use up all my energy, and I feel like we did that. Don't want to waste that barricade that I still have, that barrier. Alright, 17 block is nice. Like that is nice. Sentinel. Oh, there's Feel No Pain. Yes! Feel No Pain means I'm getting blocked from all these cards I'm exhausting. Bloodletting cuts right through my shield, so I'm not trying to waste that. And we can armaments just so that Rampage can be better when we see it again. Yeah, like we'll ever see that again. And then we can get rid of all these basic cards. Bloodletting is just not something I want to use yet. And he's damage capped. Might as well play every block card I can. Oh, Entrenched. You are not just going to give this win to me. Any reason not to just proc Kunai? I mean, I don't see one. Can we do it again? Is there anything in here I could possibly want next turn? Spot weakness? I don't know. I don't want a dead hand, so any kind of draw card that's not Battle Trance. Actually, Sever Soul is kind of that with Dark Embrace. All right. All right, I think 230 block on an enemy that can't do damage is a good warm up. Oh, I didn't have Dark Embrace. Corruption. I thought that icon was Dark Embrace. This goes to show how often I don't run these kinds of decks. All right. There's Corruption. I don't really need that though. All right. There's Sever Soul. Like I said, I was a little bit of afraid of a hand like this, but I don't think it matters. I think I'm at that point where I could really... Does this waste pendant? It does. Okay. So just as much as it helps with Kunai, it does waste pendant. I had a hunch it would, but yeah, this was like a free win. Like, I wanted to like be happy about a run. Like, look, I did it, but I mean, this is just this is just free. Unbelievable. This deck, like the starting deck just gets exhausted away and I use strikes for as much exhaustion as I can. This is exactly what happened with my silent run the other day. I picked up Dead Branch and it transformed the entire run into a free victory. Barricade was such an awesome pickup at the end, bringing 200 block in. All of these relics, I mean, Warpaint wasn't a huge help. Turnip is awesome. I never get to be frail. Dead Branch, of course. Marbles, Red Mask, love that combo. Philosopher's Stone was a bit confident, but it worked out. Letter Opener, honestly, average 10 damage a turn. Like, 6999 damage, nice. I want to say Letter Opener is not a big deal, but like, I'm just going to delete that sentence from my brain. I was running Corruption. Letter Opener is proccing several times a turn. Twice, it seemed. Blood Vial did nothing. Pantograph almost did nothing. Fossilized Heal was awesome. It says it only prevented 84 damage, which is a lot. That's dead. But that helped a bunch. Ink Bottle got me almost an extra card draw per turn. That's awesome. That's like Ring of the Snake on the Silent, just as a boss relic. And this is just a normal relic. Sacred Bark, it helped. I didn't see much value, but honestly, the boss rewards in Act 2 were pretty lackluster anyway. I don't know what Toxic Egg did. I think True Grit and Seeing Red and Power Through and Disarm. And Havoc. Okay, so Toxic Egg came into play. I'm glad I bought that. Mummy was better than a boss relic. I mean, seriously. I saw this note from Tricky, another Slay the Spire YouTuber. He mentioned that Mummified Hand was so broken, he doesn't pick it up sometimes just for the challenge. Because while Philosopher's Stone, you don't even need to see the stats, it gave me 1 energy per turn. With, okay, this was a Dead Branch deck, a little bit of a special case. Mummy almost got me 2 energy per turn. This was basically a 6 energy deck. And then White Beast, awesome. Love the extra potions. Tori was helpful. And yeah, Pennib didn't come into play much, but yeah, Kunai came in too late to be useful. But what a great deck and set of relics. And personally speaking, the last run that I played single player, I was doing multiplayer Maladora, was that silent run that I uploaded on the channel. So I'm personally on a hard kill streak. I mean, Dead Branch carrying, no doubt, but I'll take it. I'll take it. Final score, 3508. Didn't shy away from any elites. Subscribe for more, I guess. Apparently, I'm posting Slay the Spire again.